Welcome back, everyone, to the Chicago Cubs franchise here on MLB The Show 22. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here with our Cubbies. We're simulating past June and well into July. We're going to get up to the All-Star break and then even sim past that and get to the trade deadline. And as I told you guys beforehand, this is kind of how the series is going to work moving forward. So we are going to play opening day, and then we're going to start simming pretty hard, get up to the draft, then get up to the trade deadline. So that's pretty much like 2 episodes right there, and then like make a massive push for the postseason if we even qualify for that. But so far, so good. The team's looking pretty darn good as it is. We're in first place in the Central Division, and really there's only a couple teams right behind us, and you know they're kind of fighting for that wild card spot there in the National League. But yeah, all in all, I think that the teams that we're going to have to go look to make a trade with would probably be the worst teams in the majors. I hate trading with teams that are already in the postseason running. I just don't like to do that. So let's go after the Marlins ace, Trevor Rogers. He would give us a left-handed arm in that starting rotation, and I like what he's doing. 2.97 ERA, 136 strikeouts, a really good win-loss record on a pretty middling team. Now, I actually am really debating Pete Crow Armstrong and Reed Stein. Both these guys I've been really high on, but I think it's time to let him go. PCA has just not panned out. He's just not been a guy that's really moved in his overall rating. And Reed Stein, every time that I've pitched with him in gameplay, he's just really not that effective. And even in simulation, like, he's putting up some pretty decent numbers, but there's better and higher potential guys like Braylon Marquez. I was really debating on trading away Braylon Marquez, but I felt like that may be too much to give to Miami for a guy like Trevor Rogers, who's only here for one more season. So we do make a couple more moves to bring a guy back up to our 40-man roster. That would be the closing pitcher, Matt Gallagher, because we are missing a couple pieces there on the 40-man. And then we do call up Frank Schwindel, because we did have to give away 2 players for 1 player that was on the Major League roster. So let's get out here to Los Angeles as we're taking on the left-hander Ben Sizemore. We will see Trevor Rogers in this ball game. He will make his Cubs debut since being traded from Miami. You guys can see in the bottom right-hand corner there, 9 pitches. That's how long it took for the first 3 hitters for the Cubs to go down, and the first inning is over. So Sizemore being effective, but we really wanted to come out swinging against this guy. He's hittable. He doesn't throw a very hard fastball, so we can get after him. We can get after him here pretty early. We can jump on him. That's exactly what we're going to want to do. So Trevor Rogers' first game as a Cub, and he's going to strike out Mookie Betts. And as we go to the bottom of the second, he's going to strike out Joey Gallo as well. 0-2 pitch here to the custom player, James Callender, lifting a fly ball out there to center field. Brennan Davis getting the start out there. We do have Christian Pache, by the way, so he did get the call back up once PCA has left us. So Brennan Davis makes the play. We're out of the inning. Let's go bottom third. Freddie Freeman going to do the same thing that Will Smith just did, striking him out. That's 2 down here in the third with 1 more batter left. That would be Tommy Edman hitting 283. Swing and a miss. He struck out the side. That's awesome. Trevor Rogers looking like the clear ace of this Cubs staff already. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing there. Now, dare I say it, we're actually no-hitting the Dodgers. Dare I say it, we're in the 4th inning at this point. Maybe I jinxed it. We'll find out. Devers, ground ball. Pierce gotten that base hit. Edmonds not going to be able to make the play there at second, so he will take the easy out at first. Franmil Reyes swing and a miss at that changeup by Sizemore. He's good at that. You can see just how he kind of floats that thing in there, man. The split finger only hitting about 82 by the looks of it. Could have been 87, but looked like 82 there. Cody Bellinger, the actual new Cub in real life, going to pop out here, going to flare that out to Rafael Devers, who makes the play, and Trevor Rogers out of the 4th inning. Let's go bottom 5. Joey Gallo, deep shot, home run. Nobody down there in the 5th inning, and I must have jinxed it. You know, I jinxed it an inning early, I guess you'd say. But Gallo puts the Dodgers on top here, 1-0. That one hurts a little bit. We just left that thing way too much down the middle. Just piped it. See you later. See you later, alligator. Still bottom 5, nobody down, and Chris Bryant not going to be able to make the dive out there. He's just getting a little too slow. A little too slow. Maybe those back injuries are starting to catch up to him here. But James Callender, that's a base knock, and Chris Bryant out there in left is not going to be able to cut this thing off. Davis will get it off the wall. We're trying to throw this thing back in here. Horner's got a good arm, but no throw into home plate. So James Callender, the custom player, getting an RBI double. It is 2-0 Dodgers. Here's a fly ball out to right. Suzuki camping underneath. We got to make a good throw here. Got 70 speed, but he kind of lackadaisically gets this ball off. I don't know what he was doing. He took a couple extra steps that he didn't need to take. Unbelievable, guys. So, you know, there's sometimes that Seiya is out there. He makes some great plays, and then other times it's like, dude, what are you doing? Wake up. Wake up. But now, you know, at this stage, I'm not really wanting to have Freddie Freeman make contact with that. I just don't want the fly ball. He's a very professional hitter. I don't want him to make contact with it. So, you know, an unintentional, intentional walk sets us up for double play, and we get just that because we got some good book on Tommy Edman. That is a double play ball, baby. Again, St. Louis Cardinals opponent for many, many years. We got good book on him, right? Franmil Reyes here with the top of the 7th solo jack. That's beautiful. Ben Sizemore still out there. Still slinging it, still hurling it. Not doing too bad. Shutting this down. Shutting this Cubs lineup down. You got to give him some credit there. But with 2 outs, Sizemore giving up a base hit now here in top 7. And that's going to do it. So, manager could be Dave Roberts. I don't know. It looks like him. It looks like it's still Dave Roberts. You know how the MLB The Show loves to change their managers, you know, every single season, it seems like. No contract is... There's no loyalty. No contract is safe with these managers, but Sebastian Salvatore will ground out to Phil Bickford, makes the play. So we call on David Booth to save us here in the 7th inning. He's going to get Will Smith the strikeout. That's a nasty, nasty pitch by the Alabama product. And Seiya Suzuki trying to make up for that. It's just foul. Just foul. We needed that. 3.3 feet just outside the pole. And instead of a home run, it is a strikeout. That sucks. That sucks. Let's go bottom 8. David Booth is still out there. Trey Turner, that's going to be a possible gap shot, and it is. Seiya Suzuki, no speed out there, at least not enough, and 91 speed. Trey Turner rounding second, heading for third. He'll slide in safely, and that is a 2-out triple. Number 9 on the season there for Trey Turner. We're going to call on Andres Munoz to come in and save the inning. Please, for the love of God. 0-0 pitch to Mookie Betts. That's a fastball high and inside. Didn't get the call. Could have been a little bit borderline, but ump gives it to us. Here's a little two-seam action there. Maybe possibly could have been a circle change. It was a two-seamer. There you go. So just outside the plate, Mookie fouling it off, and then a slider he's going to stare at. Beautiful, beautiful job by Andres Munoz. Fastball in, two-seam out, slider outside. Unbelievable job of pitching right there by Munoz. So let's go top 9. Timothy Pierce, one of our most complete hitters in this entire lineup, is going to drill this thing opposite field into the gap, and that is a leadoff double. Now, after a wild pitch, guys, Pierce will get to third base. Devers will walk. I think this is kind of intentional, an intentional walk at that point. And Reyes will ground out into a double play, but we will take it. We'll trade the double play for the game-tying run right there. So top 9, that's all we're going to get. Let's go bottom 9. Joey Gallo, swing and a miss. That was a big one from Andres Munoz. Big strikeout. And then a little flare job to Bryant in left field. He's going to come on and make the basket catch to end the bottom of the 9th. Let's go top 10 with 2 down. 1-2 pitch. Brennan Davis just missed the cut fastball, and he's going to fly out there to Bellinger for the final out of the inning. Let's go bottom 10. Salvatore diving for it, can't make the play. Fired it back into first base. Now if Pierce was just holding onto the bag, we may have gotten James Callender. Maybe. Munoz still in the ball game. He's going to strike out Will Smith. He's got about 27 pitches at this point, trying to get Freddie Freeman out, and it's going to be a hit and run. Suzuki diving for it. He doesn't make the catch. No catch. It must have just bounced right out of his glove. We'll take one more look at this. Callender kind of got hung up on the base pass. Not sure if he caught it or what, but you guys can see it here. It hit the inside of his palm. And you know, if you've been out there, if you've played baseball, you know that that's not the easiest grab right there. It hurts, it stings, and when you're diving for it, it's never a guarantee. That is a very, very tough play to make, so I don't blame Seiya for not making that, but man, that is unfortunate here. So now we get Jonathan Loizaga to come on in the bottom of the 10th here with runners on the corners, and in a 2-0, they're going suicide. What? James Callender's out at the plate, and Tommy Edman was going to lay down the bunt. Suicide play. 3-1. We walk him. Because again, why would you even attempt for them to get a base hit there? I don't want that to happen. So we do get Trey Turner. We get to the top of the order here. 2-1 pitch incoming, and that is going to be a little fly ball. This could score the run if Salvatore doesn't make the play, but he does. Great job there by Salvatore. The hustle play. You can't teach it. It's an intangible. You can't teach it, guys. Let's go top 11, still 2-2 here. Nico Horner, fly ball deep to right. Mookie Betts giving chase. It's going to be over his head, and Nico gets in with a leadoff double, and he's fired up, and I would be too. Let's go. 17th double on the season there for Nico. Line drive. Back to Trey Turner. Seiya Suzuki trying his hardest, man. He's made a lot of good contact today, but it just hasn't panned out for him. Timothy Pierce going to strike out, and that's going to be a base hit here for Rafi Devers. But we know that Mookie's got a really good arm out there in right field. We are not testing it. We've still got runner in scoring position here with Franmil Reyes coming up. You got to give him a shot, and it's going to be another out. Unfortunately, Reyes not having the best day today. He does have a home run, but other than that, he's had situations to come up that he could do some damage, and he just really has not. So let's go top 12. Top of the 12th, Chris Addison, base knock. Now, we've had our chances in extra innings. We've had them, but we just haven't come through. Bryant's going to ground out. This could be a double play, but the hustle, maybe not so much defensively there for KB, but on the base paths, I like it. So he does get the hit on the, well, fielder's choice, I guess, but fly ball up there to Mookie Betts, and he makes a Willie Mays catch. He's been unbelievable out there in right field tonight. Brennan Davis, again, pitch low and outside, and he's just missed it. He's just getting underneath it a little bit too much. That's going to be a lazy fly out to center field. Here's Salvatore in the next inning. He can't make the play. At the bottom of the 12th right now, guys. So the Dodgers are now threatening again as we've got Rojas with the single. They will pinch run for Gavin Lux. So we do have to watch out for the steal. James Callender laying down a bunt, and he will get it down, and he's got speed to burn. Salvatore can't make the play. I feel like this was Loizaga's ball. I feel like he needs to hustle right off the mound. You can see the bunt coming in. You've got to react a little bit better than that, and it's going to cost us a base hit here. So Suzuki trying to line this baby up. You got to come up firing here. 81 speed on the base paths, and it is on line, but we don't get the call. You know, the ball did beat the runner there, but Devers had to bring the glove back over to the runner, so it was just a little offline. It cost us an out right there. So there's now runners on the corners here with Freddie Freeman up and David Ross. Little mound visit here to talk about what we're going to do, and we do intentionally walk Freddie Freeman here because you got to get a force at any base. You got to get a double play at some point here. So Tommy Edman coming up as the number 9 hitter. Foul ball, little circle change action on the outside corner. Fastball looking high and inside, and we get him. Let's go. Jonathan Loizaga with the K. That brings up the top of the order, so they could do some damage here, but they're going to go with another squeeze. What are they doing? What is going on? Gavin Lux gets thrown out at the plate in the second squeeze attempt for LA. How do you do that? We got to come through now, guys. They're basically giving us this baseball game. Let's go. So with 2 down, Pierce gets a base knock. He's a little hyped up there. So Devers comes up. We do get a really good pitch to hit, but Rowan Wick, the former Cub, strikes out Devers, and now he's fired up. And why wouldn't you be? Like, Devers was trying to commit to this, but a curveball, it looked high, it looked slow, and we're like, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it's going to go. The rest is history. So we left another runner on base, and now with Braylon Marquez coming out to face Cody Bellinger, the in-real-life Cub Let's see what we got here. Runner on first base with one down, and Braylon's going to miss again. It is now 2-0. An extremely dangerous spot right here to a dangerous hitter. The youngster's got to come through. So he does give him that circle change outside. I don't necessarily hate this, but fastball right down Broadway, it's dangerous. He's going to go fastball again, this time inside, but we miss our spot, and Cody Bellinger comes through with a walk-off 2-run shot, and the Cubbies will go down as losers tonight in LA. That sucks. That hurts, man. After all of the opportunities that we were given here tonight to beat these guys, we let them off the hook. Belly got all of that one. And you know what? When the pitcher's bringing it, like Marquez can do, it's going to go out pretty easily. But Rowan Wick gets the win. He pitched 2 innings, had that 1 strikeout against Devers. Our offense really was kind of non-existent, I'm not going to lie to you. We had 3 hits for Pierce. He was pretty much the lone offense of the team. Now, it's a waste, man. Rogers pitched well. 5 strikeouts today against this lineup, against the Dodgers. I mean, that's tough to do. That's really tough to do. He was in line. He was in line for a really good start, and we let him down. But we do pick up a win here, 1-0, and as always, I do like to just make sure that, we no-hit the other team. Whenever I see no runs scored, I'm like, I gotta see if it was a no-no. But it wasn't, but Freddie Peralta gets 6 strikeouts with 6 innings pitched. That would be a quality start for him. We do get a nice winning streak there against Cincinnati and Milwaukee in August, and then we got another no there, possibly. Nope, that didn't happen. So 2-0 win there, another 2-0 win, and let's see this game here, 20-5. I had to check that one out for sure. Reyes 7 ribbies. Let's see who else had a big game. Suzuki 3 ribbies. Mickey Lopez, Schwindel, Salvatore. Yeah, everybody had, like, a lot of people had 2 RBIs plus, man. So that was awesome. But Rogers went 7 innings, 7 Ks, 5 earned though. He was the reason the Rockies got 5 runs. So that's unfortunate. But we are extending our lead in the Central. I think that's said by like 9.5 games at this point. So we've pretty much got this thing locked up. So we will end up simulating the month of September and a little bit of October and get right into the postseason, guys, because it seems like we are going to win the NL Central. So let's go ahead and sim pretty hard the month of September as we take a look at some of these scores. We got another nothing score here. So we've got a lot of shutouts. I would not be surprised if we're one of the league leaders with our pitching staff in the number of shutouts. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't shock me whatsoever. Suzuki actually had a really great game here again with 4 ribbies. Now, just taking a quick gander at everything that's going on across the league, we are up by 10.5 games over the Cardinals. So this is pretty much over. Like, we have won the division. It is for certain now. It's all locked up. Got another nothing burger there for an opponent. San Diego, we shut them out, baby. Man, this pitching staff, this bullpen is legit, guys. Legit. I love it. Take a look at Peralta here. He went 8 innings, 5 strikeouts, 4 walks, so it wasn't necessarily the cleanest game possible, but it got the job done. The AAA team are going to make the postseason. Our AA team did not, and we will beat St. Louis there on that Saturday 4-0, and we will win our last game of the year against them too. So we got a little winning streak going in the next season against those hated St. Louis Cardinals. All right, well, let's get into the postseason matchups here. We've got the Nationals that we're facing off against, and we're taking on the MVP, guys. Adam Donato, the shortstop. Yeah, we'll take a look at some awards, and this guy went off. This guy went absolutely off. From Cal State Fullerton. We'll talk about him more later. Let's talk about our guys. And as you guys know that play the show, you know that you can't look at your season stats in your pitching rotation or your lineups once you're in the postseason. So we're going to take a look at them with their player cards. And Justin Steele, 14-7, had a solid ERA. Trevor Rogers, 16-10. So we can't take credit for all of his output, but we can take credit for some of it. Cole Winn actually had 12 wins, 12-7 this season with a 4.45 ERA. Freddie Peralta had a winning record. Actually, all of our pitchers, our starters, had a winning record this season. David Booth pitched a lot out of the bullpen, made some spot starts with some injuries, but he was pretty good out there. Eliezer Hernandez, guys, 14-3, and no games started. So that kind of gives you a little idea of our late game comebacks. And really, when we go ahead and we look at Jonathan Loaisiga here, as we see Corey Knebel was used in some pretty tough spots as well. He had 13 holds. Caleb Killian went 0 for 5 and had, I think it was 5 or 6 holds. Cody Hoyer, 7 holds. So we've got guys. We've got guys that can come in late and lock this thing down. So we do like to play the matchups here. Andres Munoz, 25 holds. Loaisiga, 41 saves. So you think that, you know, Eliezer Hernandez had to come in and get 14 wins out of the pen. Loaisiga, 41 saves. That's a lot, man. That's almost half of our total wins on the season that Loaisiga had to come in and do a job. So are we as good as we think that we are? I don't know. Either that we're really clutch or we've got some really good bullpen help, but teams were within striking distance 41 times and Loaisiga shut the door on them. So we play in some pretty tightly contested games here. So it's just something to watch as we get into the postseason. Now, as I'm looking across our hitters, Rafi Devers hitting 300. He's pretty much the only guy hitting 300 at this point. Most of our guys are like 240, 250, 260. I'm okay with it, especially when you're driving in runs, getting on base. It's fine by me. But now Nico Horner, after getting a pretty nice paycheck here, we kind of, I don't know, made him wait for it, made him sweat about it. We didn't sign him right out of the get-go because he was asking for way too much money. But he pretty much had a career season. He had more home runs, he had a lot of walks, a good doubles count right there, and then he was getting on base a little bit higher too. So I like it. And he's playing, of course, Nico Horner style defense as well. Now, Brennan Davis, I'm really excited about this year because this is the first time that he hit 300. And I remember when I was talking about his production this season, like we really needed him to step up from that 12, 13, 6, single-digit home run guy. We really needed him to come out with a bang this season and really solidify the fact that he's our center fielder of the future. And he did that. 20 home runs this season. He finally got over the 300 mark. Well, he was at the 300 mark, but it was good. It was a good production year for Brennan Davis. Now, Nicky Lopez, that's about what I was expecting from him. So I'm okay with that. Just play some good defense, be a nice guy to give Nico Horner some time off, and we can kind of split the two of you with lefty-righty matchups. Wilson Contreras, I wasn't really anticipating a whole lot from him. Christian Pache, a little disappointing. Most of that overall rating for him was coming from the defensive side. He did not play for us in a single game this year, and I was really hoping that he would have, especially since we traded Blake Snell for him a couple of seasons ago. So just try to offset some of that salary from Blake Snell. But Pache's here. He's on the playoff roster, and we'll go from there. But 53 home runs from Franmil Reyes. This guy's been a beast for us ever since we acquired him in 2024. But, man, 262, 250, and you're hitting a bunch of home runs, and you're only 30 years old. You're still in your prime seasons, man. So I'm really hoping that Franmil stays with us here for the next couple seasons because he's just the Franimal, man. He's awesome. He's awesome. Now, Seiya Suzuki, look at this production from Seiya. He is one of the most consistent players in our entire lineup. Now, he's a little bit on the older side of things, and he's starting to trend a little bit down, I'm a little worried that he's going to fall off a cliff. So just something to think about as we move forward here in this franchise series. Somebody's got to take the mantle from him. But as we see, Adam Donato, 24-year-old, A potential, 91 overall player, 55 home runs, and he's only getting better. Look at this. Hit a bunch of home runs last season, too. And he's come at this league in full force, guys. 322 with 55 home runs. Franmil Reyes actually came in third place in voting for the NL MVP, but unfortunately did not win it. Trevor Rogers, third place there in the Cy Young Award chase. And as I'm just scrolling through at some of the more important awards, Gold Glove, Silver Slugger, those things matter, but, not as much. Jonathan Loaisiga, 41 saves, as we know, came in second place. And our Rookie of the Year, Cole Winn, a 12-game winner. ERA wasn't spectacular, but the strikeouts people liked. And then there's Tom Cloutier for Texas, winning AL Rookie of the Year. So guys, that is it for the video. Kind of a long one here today. It's been a while since the Cubs videos have been this long, but I really enjoyed this one. I hope you guys did too. And we'll get into the postseason here in the next couple of days. Leave a like if you like this thing. And of course, if there are players in this series that you have that you would either like to upgrade using channel points, or if you want me to give you a statistical update, please ask me in the comment section, DM on Discord, DM on Twitter. Just reach out to me and I will look it up for you and I'll let you know how they're doing. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the postseason. Let's get after it. We're taking on those Washington Nationals. It's going to be a tough matchup, guys. So I'll see you then. As always, thank you so much for watching, and peace.